Right, this is top heavy. And we're in oops, I bought another bike land. So what did I do now? Well, I've been advising people on BMW motorcycle purchases actually for the last few years. And while I do own an Airhead that I will eventually produce a video on, I actually don't have a daily BMW. You know, I've got that Honda GL1500 that you saw in another video, and it's a great touring bike, but for some reason it didn't grab me in the way it should have. So in the end, I don't ride it that much. And after helping yet another bunch of people buying another classic BMW, I'm like, okay, sort this, I'm going to get another one. And you know, this fell off ADV rider. Reasonable mileage. It does have the side cases. It doesn't have a top case, unfortunately. Just had a full service by the guy who sold it to me. So from that perspective, it should really be a bike that, you know, I just need to hop on and ride. It's also got a couple of tasty aftermarket pieces on it. So right now we're just going to do a walk around. I don't have a plate for the bike yet. Once I do, I'll take you out with me on a ride around the back roads around here, and also give you my verdict after the first proper lengthy test. Right now I've ridden the bike, you know, I know my BMWs well enough to figure out it doesn't have any glaring faults, he says. I haven't found any yet, but anyway, we'll go have a look at it. I'll take you out for a ride with it later. Okay, let's have a quick walk around here. It's got some surface rust. I'll show it to you. Typical BMW finish issues. Nothing I didn't expect. But as I mentioned, it has a couple of interesting extras. Let's start with this one. So this one is a Touratech toolbox, specifically designed for that bike, and the main pannier fits on top of that. So that's kind of neat. Speaking of Touratech, we have Touratech, you can just about see it. We have Touratech suspension in the back. We have Touratech suspension in the front. It's always good to have matched suspension. Now it's got the standard Adventure crash bars, which is kind of nice. And here you can see what I was referring to. It's got a little bit of surface rust on fasteners. It's got the usual typical BMW finish issues in here. They all do that after a certain while. Of course, it's got headlight protector. These, I believe, are OEM fog lights. It's got lots of these nice little things, right? So these are clearly aftermarket covers over the TPS, a little bit of extra protection. Bike's generally relatively clean, needs a little bit more cleaning up. Here you can see more of the Touratech suspension. As much as I know about BMWs, I have no idea if this is a standard shift lever or not. You can see it's kind of adjustable in length and stuff, so this looks aftermarket to me. Again, I had the impression that somebody was spending a fair amount of money on this, on useful aftermarket bits. So it doesn't have a loud can or anything like that, but you know, neat things like that. You can see that basically all the brake lines here are stainless steel, as is the clutch line. It's also just had fresh brake fluid. I probably want to deal with the clutch, so that's maybe some of the work I still need to do. Standard seat, it's kind of in a middling position at the moment. But until I get used to the bike, I think I'll leave it there. And other than that, it's just a plain standard GS in some sort of sandy color. So I don't have a top case for it. Generally I like having a top case as well, so I'll have to source one with the correct mount. But yeah, other than that, it's got all the usual BMW stuff. So it's got heated grips, it's got the standard BMW indicator type things, mode switches or switch off for the ABS, which I probably never use because I'm not taking this off the road. Board, computer, all the usual stuff. Standard instruments, nothing to see there. Again, I'm not going to turn it on, I'm not going to ride it right now. That's going to be a subject of a future video. Even the fuel strip works so far. We'll see how long we'll see how long that's gonna happen. But yeah, you know, it's just a decent conditioned bike. You know, it's not so nice that you don't want to ride it, but it's also not so grotty that it turns into a project already. Thanks for watching. There'll be more videos on this bike coming soon, once I've got it registered, which will be a few weeks from now. And I'll take you out to some of my favorite local back roads, and maybe we can venture a little bit further into the northeast of West Virginia. So see you soon. Thanks for watching.